Hi everyone, welcome back to CrochetRocks. Tracy here, and this is a new book. It is called Simple Crochet Patterns, and I know that because it is the first edition and it's $10.99. So I got this when I was in Windsor. I managed to see it in the shop and I thought, I've not seen this before, let's give it a go. So we have 50 patterns. Well, it says over 50 patterns. Stylish homewares, clothes and accessories, fun toys and creatures, master key techniques, develop your skills and perfect your projects. So I've seen this before. Whether it's exactly the same or not, I don't know. Shall we have a look? So welcome to Simple Crochet Patterns. It just tells you that it's in UK terminology, really. Not much else to say in there. But we've got the contents page, and it tells you what you've got for the home, what you've got for kids, clothes and accessories and toys. So it's nicely set out. We won't spend too much time looking at that because we'll come across these things. So straight away I noticed that the actual pages are quite flimsy. They're not the thickest, so we have to be careful. So we've got crochet essentials, picking a project, understanding yarn, all the granny to suck eggs bits, as I like to call them, choosing hooks and tension and winding a hank, all that kind of stuff. Reading a pattern doesn't have very much, does it? So, you know, it's not really that in depth. Goes on about the types of terms, granny squares and all that sort of thing. We haven't got anywhere yet. We've just got little bits. Here we are. We're at page number 15 and we start with the projects for the home. So we've got blankets and cushions, baskets and more, okay? With gradual, I suppose, getting more difficult as time goes by, perhaps, because we've got some entrelac there. And, well, let's have a look, shall we? Let's just get straight in. So we've got a stripy blanket, candy-coloured blanket finished with tassels. I'm not a fan of tassels, only because when you wash stuff, you know, you can't really detach them and they go a bit, hey. So I prefer to have no tassels or anything. But anyway, it's personal preference, isn't it? So this is goes into quite a lot of detail, and also the instructions are written out rather than in pattern speak. That's the first thing that I saw, rather than, so it tells you second chain from hook, blah, 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 blah. It, almost as if you're saying it. It's a modern way of writing a pattern rather than the old-fashioned way by the looks of it. Although it is still got bracketing, so maybe it just didn't look like the traditional way of writing a pattern. We've got jar covers and a placemat. Now that's really like kind of raffia stuff. Oh, it is. It's made from a single ball of raffia. So that's quite hard on the hands though, raffia, but Mum and I did make a few things, kind of plant pots and do a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? I think he keeps in my head saying origami, but that's paper, but you know what I mean. Making things out of twine. Anyway, this is quite nice. This is heart homeware. So we've got a blanket and we've got a cushion. I like the way they've written this out, I have to say. I've not tried it, not tried to follow it, but it is actually quite different. And this is a hot water bottle cover, and it doesn't have the, yes, it does have the end exposed. There it is. I've seen a pattern exactly the same as this, maybe not in these colours, but I have seen it before. So it's nothing new to me, that one. And likewise, the bunting, I'm sure I've seen this in a book as well. Exactly the same, triangular bunting. So it doesn't give you people who have been credited with this, so it's just their patterns that they've had around, I guess. These are cushions in the shape of shells, various ones. So obviously it's no cushion blank, you're just stuffing it from scratch. But if you like that sort of thing, then these are for you. We've got a basket, which is a round basket made in the traditional way. They've put bathroom essentials in it, but obviously you can put whatever you want in this basket. It does tell you 6 3/4 inches high and 6 inches in diameter, so it's not massive. Mandalas. This is what I was trying to think of. Not mandalas, but you know, It's not origami, is it? No, I can't think of the name. Maybe macrame. Maybe that's it. But obviously this isn't. This is making mandalas on a hoop, and they are pretty. But Entrelac Pet Bed, I know this has been in one of the magazines, and it's even got the tied up side. So I've got a feeling it might be the same. So my hopes that this was all new and exciting stuff may be getting dashed. I don't know. Organise your carrier bags into this carrier bag thingy where you can pull them from the bottom. I'm not being funny, but very few carrier bags are like that now. They all seem to be a bit either sturdier or making you pay a fortune for them, so they can't just give you rubbish. These are cactus and succulents, really. Again, plants, crochet plants. A leaf cushion. So we've probably got a chart for this one coming up somewhere. We've got daisy motifs, so just making daisies and adorning stuff. Not necessarily adorning crochet, but you could. But yeah, you can make bunting, like up the top there. Hang on, let's just go up. There you go. Bit of bunting, bit of a thing around your t-shirt. It's just using the motif to decorate. We're on to the kids' bits. That's a tad odd, don't you think? It's all right, though. It's nice. I haven't got little girls. I've never made really many little girls' things. When I was a child and I was crocheting, I'd made for my nieces, but not so much, really. Anyway, we've got a nursery bag, a comforter, fairy tale cottage backpack, a cat bag, summer dress, baby blanket, frog bag, and a pink cardie. So not that much here, but this one is the nursery bag. It's quite nice. It's just a bag, though, isn't it? It doesn't have to be for the nursery. It's got bobbles on it. And trebles. Bobbles and trebles, which is a US double crochet. Comforter, otherwise known as a lovey. That's what that is. Oh, a fairy tale cottage backpack. That's unusual. It's got crocodile stitch on it. That's what this one is, if you weren't familiar. That looks different, doesn't it? That's interesting. Not seen anything like that before. This one is a round bag made into a cat face with little ears, just for your little darlings. And a summer dress, which, I don't know, I think I prefer if it's like that at the top to be like that at the bottom. But, you know, it's just me being picky. A baby blanket. There it is. Squares made with different shapes in the square. We've got a frog bag. So lots to do for kids, really, like that they might be interested in. Now that cardigan I've seen a million times when I was young as well. There was one of the patterns that I had. I had lots of patterns back then, whether they were from, you know, Peter Pan, Wendy, Serdar, Peyton's, all sorts of patterns, and one of those was definitely like that. Okay, clothes and accessories, camisole, purse, shawl, stripy jumper, mandala bag and purse, a gilet, a stripy cardie, a scarf, wrist warmers, short chic, cardigan, tote bag and summer jumper. I quite like this. It's on the front cover. Even though it is row after row, it's not trebles. UK trebles, US doubles. Those are the ones, although it might be, I don't know. But they're cotton and I don't know, maybe they're not. Maybe they are. We'll have a look. I might be talking out of my batoot. We don't know. Camisole. Sorry, but it does look a bit like a bib. Does it not? They've sewn it on the front of a camisole. That doesn't make it one. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't like that at all. Purse. Yeah, that looks kind of interesting-ish. No, not really sure, though. I'd like to see that stitch kind of, you know, the other way around, perhaps. I don't know. Well, you know, there you go, purse. We have a shawl. That's kind of like just like fretwork, really, isn't it? Like, you know, they do for the Call the Midwife blanket sort of thing with holes. Windows. Stripy jumper. This is using bamboo cotton and it's stripy. That's really what it is. This is the mandala bag and purse. Okay. Yep. Moving on. Oh, no, moving on too much. This is the gilet, otherwise known as a kind of a blouson cardigan type thing. I didn't think that was a gilet, but what do I know? Stripy cardi, made with kind of granny stitch here and there. So, yeah, that's nice and straightforward. Whoa, that's thick. A very thick scarf made out of squares. And a pair of fingerless gloves or wrist warmers with the same kind of stuff. And we've got pages stuck together. There we are. Short and chic cardigan. That's quite pleasant, isn't it? Quite pleasant. The word short is the infinite thing there. I would not be able to have to make it longer. Long and chic. Tote bag. Perfect for shopping, beach trips and everything in between. Just a bag. So this is the summer jumper. Okay. It's in cotton, obviously, and they are half trebles. There we go. I knew it wasn't trebles. It didn't look like trebles, which are double crochets in the US. They're half trebles. So, yeah, that's why I like it. So I like that stitch. So we got toys now. We've got a train, kittens, polar bear, Santa, reindeer, dinosaur, fox, 3 animals and sheep. Okay, I guess this one is the dinosaur. No, I can actually identify some. I know that's a train. That's definitely a train. A locomotive. We've got kittens. They're a bit high up, these pictures. So we have kitties. They're cute. Ah, little kittens. We've got a polar bear, a big fat Santa. I'm not sure that he is one, but I'd have him as a doorstop. Definitely fill him in with beans. A reindeer with a scarf to keep him cosy on his travels, apparently. He's got a red nose. A dinosaur. So we saw that one already. A fox. He's a bit unusual. It's a jaunty little fox. A jaunty fox. 3 animals. So I think we've got a hippo and 2 that I think it might be a lion. Stretching it a point, is it? But I have no idea what this job is. Let's have a look. Lion, hippo and giraffe. Okay, yes, hippo I got. Lion at a pinch. But only these bits here are giraffe-like. Anyway, I'm sure that baby loves it. Whatever. And a sheep. Oh, that's so cute. I like the sheepy. What else we got? Crochet glossary. How-to-dos and abbreviations and lots and lots of yarn. Whoa. So, Simple Crochet Patterns makes me wonder if it is by Simply Crochet. I cannot be sure. I cannot be sure if it's affiliated to any of them or not. But I know I've seen some of those patterns before, quite a lot of places too. So anyway, what do you think of this book? In some ways, there are a lot of things in here that I quite like. I know I've seen this before. In fact, I think I have a book in the other room that I have a big pack of books that I was doing for giveaways here and there. And I know it's in one of them. I'm sure of it. I could go find it if I wanted to spend ages looking through my drawers. But yeah, there's a few in there that I know I've seen before, and that being one of them. But other than that, I've not, well, if I have seen this before, I've certainly forgotten about it. But what do you think? Are there things in there that you like, things you'd like to make? Let me know what you think. I'd like to see your opinions of this kind of new book. I don't know if they're going to do, it didn't say, I did read that first bit while I was waiting for my my other video to cook. And it said that it was new and that it was in UK terms, but it didn't say it was going to come out every 4 months or anything like that. So don't really know if we're going to see it again and how many times a year, if at all. So anyway, but I thought I'd grab it and have a little look through it. That was the other thing that I know I've definitely seen. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.